This bomb site, you've got a molly on Ricky. You can use that to maybe clear out the car. So they've got everything they need to make this A site play work.
Here come the smokes on the cross. Stacy's on the site. He sees a flash go ahead, and he's going to go out with one of his own. Oh, nice shot. Bomb dropped as well. It was the first across. It had to be. And Ricky's been domed already. Dick Stacy not connecting those shots. They looked so close, but yet so far this boost is great as well. Sicko's dedicated to it. He's not playing inside of the site. He's rather playing an above angle, and Shazam drive-by shooting with that Glock. Malta's going to be quick in response, though. Coming up the ramp with one. There's the trade back in, but Dex is also in the same position, and he will close the round. Great shots by Dexter, and that is on catwalk. There you go. Urkos, he's just jiggling right now. He's going to eventually adopt a full. Doesn't want to commit. Obo's out mid in the meantime in Complexity. They are going from mid to be played, but Shazam's only holding tunnels. He can't really do much with the scout in terms of getting aggressive. It's got to rely on the mid players, and they find nothing. Sick gets a kill. That will be it for this round. And Complexity, they get torn apart. That is a great example of...
They've just had to stop in their tracks, right? That double nade coming in. If you're Complexity, you're kind of looking at this now going, yeah, they really know where we are, don't they?
And that's their only flash. They had to go with it as well. They had to move around the corner with the last bit of utility left up. Sick hits a shot. That might open up this round, but Sicko needs to close it down. He's so low. He was tagged earlier on from long, so he can't afford to go down and give them a 5-on-3. Reke is already taking it, though, dropping Dexter. Malta is stuck in an engagement in the B site right now, and that bomb is down on A. He is too far away, and Dick Stacy needs to step up. He will with 2 kills. His teammate getting traded. Sicko's gone from the action. Reke's found that rotate as Malta tries to get out of the B site, but he does eventually get revenge. Dick Stacy needs his final kill, and he's been tagged down low. Sick holding on to that short plant with the bomb. Both players coming from CT. Time not working in their favor, but they do have the kits to play with.
Yeah, they flash him off the angle. One of these 2 players has to stick it, and they're both one shot to the scout. Miss from Sick, and they're on the bomb. They get it. Malta covering Dick Stacy. Round goes the way of Greyhound, but Complexity down before they even get into the bomb site. Sicko instead, the change is they've boosted him up onto short, and now they've assembled this catwalk boost. So here's the change from Greyhound. They've been a bit more proactive in securing this early kill down into lower tunnels, but it's read by Shazam. Urkos now on the AWP, and Def is going to hear that scope in. He knows that he's here, and the flashbang is good from Obo. Will he keep trying to carve a path? He certainly does, and Dick Stacy lies in wait.
Flash up as well, sends Sick back as well. He actually stayed in the angle while blind. He didn't realize he was up on the chopping block, and he will get chopped down. Obo with the trade immediately, and Greyhound, they've got to rotate quickly from the CT spawn. Good nade. Shazam getting the plant in. Jump shot, maybe. Does Dexter want to give away his position? Oh, it's Shazam the one to jump into the firing line. Dexter with 2 kills. He cleans up the long player. It's just the young guy on the site. They line up for him, but he can't finish the kills. Only damage to both, and it's Greyhound with a retake again. Dick and Sicko setting up at long together, and they will be met with more players, rather, because Complexity, they're sending that bomb all the way back. This is the same setup they did earlier.
Oh, but this time Sicko getting that opener onto Obo. Quite the scalp to find as well, removing him from this round. Def is set up over at short. You're bang on, Hugo. Last time we saw them attempt this, it didn't end too well, and Sick putting his teammate down out of his misery could be the catalyst for that. Def will catch Urkos. Oh, and he doubles up with the Krieg. That's the A-bomb site open for business now. Complexity, they can get across with this bomb. Dexter from CT, he is the hero of Greyhound. He's got to be it now more than ever, though, and just 6 points of health waiting for Malta on this long flank, but Shazam is primed and ready. 7-7, Complexity tying this up. B-play, just the disrespect B-play from Complexity. Just brute forcing their way here early on, and only Dexter left inside of this B site. Sicko trying to get out of lower tunnels, and he just gets around the corner in time. All 3 players for Greyhound down in mid right now, and Complexity, they're not even moving. They could take this B bomb site here and now if they wanted, but they're being very meticulous in clearing these angles, making sure that Greyhound haven't gotten into the back line.
And they've seen no long push as well, so they might be considering the fact that this position is open. And yeah, the full rotate through spawn as well. This will be the call from Complexity. Greyhound seemingly aware of it. They leave Dexter alone on B. You've got to have at least one player there at all times as the rest of Greyhound set up on this A site. But with this weaponry versus, you know, Complexity have an orb. They've got plenty of util to do this. One smoke isn't great, but it shouldn't be anything that will stop them here. This is going to be a near impossible task for Greyhound. We're going to have to see Sicko go lights out with his scout. Hit some tags, hit some headshots. Delay the push, waiting for the peek from Def. You know Def wins this as well. He's been so good with the Krieg in these last few rounds. Sicko, he's very committed here. He's in the open, and he's fully blind as well. Not going to get a second chance at this. Molotov is behind him. They are surrounding him on the site, and too many missed shots for their own good. It's Complexity to find the 8th round of the half. It was a 7-1 lead to Greyhound. It's a whole new start. It's a pistol round, most importantly, and let's see if they can make anything of it. Oh, this is great for Greyhound. One player on B, and he's playing in window. They are going to be able to fully rush this bomb site, and he's even left B as well. Smoke goes down the middle. That draws Sick out. It's going to have to be a retake here from Complexity, and that is not a common situation. 5-on-5 retake on this B bomb site. Definitely a favourite for Greyhound here. How will they choose to position? How will they choose to cut off this tunnels rotate? Dexter plays very passive in this spawn. They're going to be baited in by Malta, and Dexter should deliver the killing blow. Flashes in, and here comes Malta.
Looking for more. Him and Dexter having this crossfire. Actually, Dexter losing out there. Malta having to give up tunnels, gets caught by the players outside door, and they quickly wrap Urcast out of the bomb site. That alone should win them the round. Sicko's going to snatch up all the kills anyway. Greyhound 8-8, they get themselves the pistol, continuing to build upon. They might just play 4B once again. Dexter's going to throw his utility over towards the long side, and yeah, it's looking like that B rush. So that decision to not purchase up the AWP, very much intentional here. They try and offset Complexity with the pace. They have to get past Sick and Ricky, and they do manage to find them both. Def beginning his rotation. Let's not forget Dexter had thrown those flashbangs out towards long, and that has kept these 3 players a lot slower on rotation into B.
Urcos hits a crazy transfer from fighting Sick on the site to flicking back to the door and getting Ricky, but the tunnel flank is in, and it's found great success. Urcos being picked up, and Malta, he is alone. Great position for this, though. They need to molly out the back box, or they line up instead. That could work. Malta shredding too. The flash is in. He's going to move to the back of the site, try and get up and above Shazam. No kit. He's going to make this work, and he's found the shot as well. Will win the round for Complexity. Defused plenty of time for it, and salvaged by the AWP player for his side. I don't know where he dropped that AWP as well. I'd love to see if he can go back and get it. There it is. Perfect.
It's actually Malta up past him. Looking to go in first. That smoke drop to give them a bit of room to maneuver. Stacy lining up the flashbang to facilitate this peek in. Smoke for CT. They might try and get a player down here. Dexter's out in mid, and it's the mid to B play once again, but Ricky boosted. This boost has to yield some serious results, and helped out by Def now. Another kill going the way of Complexity. Obo's wrapped long. Sicko actually will get that trade. And now Sick in the B bomb site. He's got to try and watch both tunnels and the window. And Malta, the B bomb site belongs to him. Bomb goes down. Sicko and Malta 2v2. And look at the speed on Malta. He's wrapping in through lower tunnels. He's trying to go on a big flank. Sicko just has to buy precious seconds.
Yeah, they don't know where he is. He can just use that AWP like a shotgun as Malta comes in from behind, shuts down the window play. There's the round for Greyhound. Neil is getting height.
Taking him down early. Now leaving Greyhound on the back foot. 4-on-5, double AWPs for Complexity. Shazam inside of this A site, and the first time he actually gets to make contact with the enemy on this AWP, it's short-lived. As he has made quick work of these players pushing out, Sicko puts him down. And the A plant can come in.
Yeah, but what do you do past that? Urcos is trapped out on long. He couldn't get through the doors. He got dinked. He had to throw a Molotov and get out. Sicko's going to plant safe. Very odd plant considering, you know, he couldn't do it open. He could have got jump shot. He could have got peeked from Cat. They don't own that position. But Urcos is just desperately hoping for a kill. Sicko gets one more on the site, and that will be the retake. That was never going to go Greyhound's way, but a bomb plant at least will give them something to...
I mean, that's the thing. In these last 2 rounds, for the first time in a very long time, we were seeing Complexity take man advantages. And so now here, finally, it's back to kind of what we've been used to seeing. Complexity now having to play this a man down, and a real pivotal juncture in the game, right? This Map point in favor of Greyhound. You're 4v5 now. You've lost Shazam, someone who really has been putting up some numbers within the server. So what's the game plan from Complexity? Taking along control with Obo. Ricky watching Catwalk, and Ricky will have his work cut out for him here. 4 players, 5 players grouped up at Cat. Malta's already down in CT, and Ricky's just got to give this up. Complexity have to play for the retake, and this is going to leave them 4v5 as that bomb goes down.
I love that smoke that Malta uses. I don't know who threw it, but towards a long corner. It allows Malta to get into CT, and Ricky is forced back to pit because he can't fight Car. He's got a smoke in his face. If he misses a shot, a player could run right through it. And now that's put Complexity on the back foot. Not only down a man, but down in terms of positioning. And now down 2 men. They've got to get some work done, but Sicko taking down Obo. There's 2 responsive kills with the AWPs, but these are not the guns you want for retake. Greyhounds still have a trick up their sleeve. It's Dexter in the back line, and it's a map locked in here for the Greyhounds. They are going to take it on Dust 2, 16-11. Complexity, a utility, and a couple of PT50s on the T side pistol round. Make that just 1. Kito Malta, and a heavy B setup to start things for Greyhound. Ooh.
Oh, look at this. Dexter, he's down middle, and he's run into the enemy. He's doubles up. It was looking like he might have even managed 3 there. Sick getting that trade just about, but blink of an eye, it's only Def left standing. This round has gone down the pan, and it's only been live for about 40 seconds. My word, yeah, like 20, 30. And it's MP45 here for Greyhound. 5 MP9s. Holding close at Banana, and Urcast get mopped up. This is the problem with all these SMGs. You know, you don't have much of an advantage over these pistols when they've got armor behind them. This is a good chance that Complexity can find something here. The Molotov going to burn Dick Stacy out into the open. Dexter doubling down, doing what he can to keep the dream alive for Greyhound, but the bomb's still over here to Orbit, yet to go down. Thankfully, Dexter denied it. Buys that much more time for these rotations, and it's denied again. They're doing a good job of stopping this bomb and buying time for rotations. Both players here, they shut down everyone. Greyhound able to...
Already made some progress, forcing back the long player and making Greyhound play within the site. But look at this re-aggression on short. Both Malta and Sicko looking curious.
Yeah, Malta's actually pushed through that smoke and is now waiting ahead of it. Obo will check for him, though. Now Sicko, inside of this site alone, has to worry about the apps player. Here's him drop down into the pit. Obo's just trying to keep the attention of Sicko fixated on this position, buying time for Def to push up through long. Good flash, and actually, Sicko still fighting, finally getting shut down, but it's Obo left up alone. 1v2 bomb plant here for the youngster. And it's not really planted for anything. He's got to try and hold this from inside of the site. Knows the whereabouts of Dexter at long, but it's Urcast at short that's the X factor, the unknown quantity there. Greyhound.
Not necessarily above porch where you can easily be caught out of position, but on top of the flower beds, off angle, and it lets you, you know, re-aggress or go back passive. You have a lot of options here. Great nade, putting Obo down to just 41. Seems like Complexity want to go fast, so flashes are through. They're coming out the boiler as well. Dexter waiting for that peek. 6 been spotted. Dexter's got to fall back to the site.
Now more players just bunkering down inside of this site, rather. Sicko here with the op, and Malta up on the balcony. He's doubled up somehow, some way. Dexter here to help out now as well. And it's Shazam alone. He's completely surrounded. Stellar round from Greyhound. My word. Ultimately, Sick is the one to come out worse in that engagement. Brought down to 14 points of health. Thankfully, Ricky actually with that opener, now turning this whole situation on its head. And Complexity with top mid control, minute and 10 seconds left. They're in the driver's seat. They don't have to push from this point onwards. They can just wait for Greyhound to make these mistakes.
Oh, that's a leg. Ricky gets caught by the peak rather of the AWP, and Obo does get out of the apartments. I think they just spotted him getting into the pit. He almost kills Ricky in the process. Oh dear, that is a perfect blind tap. Urcast getting put down low, and Sicko grenaded on the site. Do they expect Dexter here as well? It doesn't look like it. Urcast finds one through the edge, and Dexter doubles it. He's so low, and he will go down eventually. This leaves Dick Stacy, the retaker, the man from B, in a 1-on-2 to try and save the day, try and keep the streak going.
Has a Molotov here to try and deal with one of these players. That could be used to find Def. Has this crossfire set up with Shazam, who is on the sight box. That molly, that's Def gone. And now Dick Stacy, 1v1. Shazam on the corner, and Shazam's going to hit the shot. Complexity get their first round on the board. Around towards top mid.
They haven't cleared apps.
That will be why. He's just going to watch the speedway, and I like that, right? He's immediately available for rotation. They last saw the bomb outside of B, and now they just decide to fully rotate him back in. 25 seconds, they've realized this is where the play's coming through. That's the bomb dropped out in the open. Dick Stacy with 3 kills before Shazam is able to put him to bed.
Oh, dear.
And now this is maybe doable. It's Dexter's wrap that should solidify it, and it will. Dexter doubling down. 7-1 lead for Greyhound. Top mid, top banana.
Yeah. Mid-change.
Has opened things up. A big kill onto Sicko. That's the AWP removed from this round. And was the attempt from Greyhound to get him set up over on the half wall has not gone as planned.
Oh, that's a fantastic flashbang. Malta blinding everyone and Dexter killing everyone. That's just not fair. What are you supposed to do when Dexter runs down mid and kills 3 of you? Complexity, they finally have a pick, they finally have a good situation, and they just get reamed out. Great trade from Sick up towards top B. He doubles his frags, but it's going to be Urcast responding quickly from the CT spawn. That leaves Shazam. Now, he knows he's got a one-on-one right now. That second rotate is a few seconds away. Actually, clearly unaware of that just yet. Plant can come through, though, and they're blind, so they won't be able to push just yet, but Urcast goes as a flash fades, and Shazam's life will fade to keep themselves in this tournament. They've got to go 10-5.
Oh no, these 5-7s are so deadly in the hands of Greyhound. And with that kill coming in, Complexity, you can bet that they don't want to give this AK up. They don't want to let... Oh, dear.
Not like this.
And that's the thing, Malta, like, he's just such a despicable human being that this is going to work. And you just know it is. Look at him. He's sneaking in through the little hidey hole.
He can call these rotates.
And he hears everyone. He knows what's going on. And now he's going to go in with the peek. Oh! He misses it the first time. Crawl away, Malta. Crawl, crawl.
Why?
Keep on fighting. Keep fighting. He's doing it. Keep fighting, Malta. 3 kills with the Mag 7. Oh, dearie me, Complexity. It's all
salvage 5. That looks like a grim impossibility at this point. 4 at the max. And they've got a bit of a skew-if buy to do it. Fast B play not working. Dick Stacy defended by Urcast after he gets dinked by the CZ. 2 kills immediately for Greyhound, and the nades are even coming down Banana. Ricky getting tagged up. Shazam spamming that Krieg. But Urcast going to move out of the firing line into the, well, a different firing line, into the Molotov, but it won't be too much of a problem. Greyhound, they have got top B just like that. And they will give it up. Make Complexity work for this site.
They actually boost Dick Stacy up, and that's so now no noise has been made getting to that boost up on Orange's Ricky. With the AWP, will clear CT. Now Coffin's cleared as well. He's slowly but surely nullifying these angles. Another smoke available on him if they want it, but Dick Stacy and Urcast have shut this round down already.
Such a good angle. Oh, absolute scenes right now. Greyhound are looking on another level. This may have been Complexity's map pick. You would certainly not believe that if I told you. They've won 3 out of 3 this series.
That's expected from them almost. So here's the play in towards this A site, and Urcast immediately opening up. It's only Shazam here. He's overwhelmed. Greyhound don't even buy rifles at this point because they're just so damn good with pistols.
Retake is on here for Complexity. They've got to go for it. Dev has flashes, but that smoke's beginning to fade, and he's going to be exposed to the site. Urcast, nice shot. Takes him down. Dev waiting for a repeat. Greyhound are not keen to give him anything here. They're just going to whittle away with the Glocks. Just play very slowly. Dick Stacy is waiting for the right time to strike in that graveyard, rather. He peeks up, and he gets a double. Malta as well, finding Sick. And that will be it. Greyhound locking it in. I've seen... It's the best call Complexity can make, but Sick still has to give up Banana eventually. Getting stuck at the bottom of logs is never fun when you don't have support. Malta's going to try and work out a boiler in the meantime, and mid has been gifted over to Greyhound. That being said, it's all a bit of a ruse. It's a trap. Complexity have this triple sight setup. It's a good crossfire. This could prove worthwhile with the SMGs and pistols they harbor. Obo shows his hand, but then falls off the balcony. Not wanting to commit to the same position now that he's been spotted. Ricky, oh, he could get caught here. Smoke coming around, Ricky gets ahead of it. This could be big. They're going back to B. Malta's not watching long, and Ricky's found a timing. Now they know it's a B play. Mid's been opened, and Sick has to hold it on his own. He has a MP9 to do it. Good off angle, but surely this is a one and done spot. He's fully flashed anyway. They don't check it. Dexter doesn't realize, and Sick's gone down. That's an opening kill to the B site at the 18-second mark. The plant can come in, and Ricky may be close, but he's not close enough to stop this.
And I mean, this is it. This is you trying to deny elimination point to your opponent. A 3v3 retake, a cobbled together arsenal of weaponry, whatever they could salvage, whatever they could find, that's all they've got to work with here. Sicko opening up, Dexter doubling down, and it's map series point now for Greyhound.
More likely than not Vitality. That is a very hard game to win. That being said, Vitality haven't looked as flawless as many expected in this event so far. Sicko getting tagged and Banana. There's 3 at the top of B for Complexity. And Sicko, ooh, he's going to get wrecked. Dick Stacy does trade, but the SMGs are just too mobile, and they will manage to scavenge some AKs here. Ricky doing work. Now, bomb's been dropped down ramp. I don't think Complexity have realized this. That's because they've given up the top of Banana already. They've gone back and rotated one more to A. That's good. Malta can go back and get that package, but will he get spotted on the cross? I think he just got seen there. Yeah, definitely. Def now knows the bomb is there. He's probably calling that it's coming back up towards A. You can see Ricky hesitates for a second, but he won't rotate. And Greyhound walking into a 3-man setup on A.
Yeah, question will be, is Ricky going to peek long for this information? The flash goes out. Both players were watching Arch, so they weren't that blind, but also not ready for that peek. And Malta alone, it's the bottom Banana player in the form of Def that should solidify this round. He's also cleared top mid. Malta past that molly. There's a... Oh, dear. Oh dear, he's found a bit of a timing. Shazam now posted up, and he will get into position to keep an eye on the long corner just in the nick of time.
I can see why he did only pistols here for Greyhound. So this could be some confidence boosting for Complexity, some chance to get a groove on, see if it goes anywhere though. Sick, spraying, he's trading. These 1-for-1 trades are fantastic for Greyhound, but this is not what Complexity want, because 1-for-1 trades, well, that's giving guns over to armored players.
They've also made the decision to quad stack the A bomb site. Now this could come back to punish Greyhound, punish Complexity, as Greyhound now fall back towards Banana. And because Long has been left open so long, Def has had to leave his perch up on top of the half wall and start to consider this CT wrap. Now he hears the footsteps. He knows where these players are coming from. He's got to buy time for the rotations though. His 2 teammates are so far away from this B site, and they're hounding Def down. That bomb now planted. This is already a better round than Greyhound ever hoped it would have been. They challenge Def and they win it. It's Sicko. 1v2. First fight goes his way, and he spotted the last man as well. Now wrapping back into CT, and Sicko gets it done. 16-4. Greyhound on the back of that force buy, some pistols, armor. That was all they had. They find the victory. A dominant one at that. They send Complexity home, and Greyhound